Okay, I'm back. I am so sorry. I do not know what happened. I think I might have touched something I shouldn't have. So I'm sorry. um, Hopefully you guys will come back. I'm here again. Hi. That was so crazy. Um, I'm not used to doing this on the iPad, and I think I might have hit something that I shouldn't have. So let me apologize. Oh, yeah, people are coming back. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I did not mean to cut this off. I'm sorry. So now I gotta find the other video because I know there was dialogue and maybe some questions. Um, oh, it didn't even save it. Oh my gosh, that's sad. But I'm back and I don't even remember what we were talking about. Thank you, Calvin. I appreciate that. Um, Oh, I was talking about being the whole wedding thing, catching the bouquet. I understand where Sheila's coming from about wanting to be married because that's where I am now. I've been in a relationship for almost 2 years now, and I do want to get married. I'm not sure that's where he is because we actually kind of go back and forth on it, but I'm going to be 50 next year. I would like to be married. Oh, lust. No, honey. It was not lust at first sight. It was definitely love at first sight. Um, and I know that because my thought wasn't wanting to jump into his pants. My thought when I first saw him was, he's got the kindest eyes I've ever seen. I need to know more about this person. And I had already claimed him before I even knew what his name was. So no, it definitely wasn't lust at first sight. It was love. Yes, we are back. Hi, Trevor. Thanks for coming back. I am so sorry. Like I said, I don't know what happened. This is the first time I've tried to do this on the iPad. And I don't know if I touched something that I shouldn't have. I don't know what happened. It just completely cut off. And for a few minutes, I couldn't even get back in. So let me go back to the inbox. Okay, read that one already. That was about inbound relationship. You know what? I'm looking at Al's comment down here, and he had said in the other stream that it seems like the prettiest women happen to be the loneliest. It shouldn't be that way. Well, what I've learned, because I don't think I'm pretty, I think I'm pretty average looking. I've never been truly lonely. I've been alone a lot, but not necessarily lonely. But what I'm finding is that when a man wants you for, substance and what's really inside, they may look at a pretty woman and be intimidated. So they tend to be more guarded. I actually had somebody tell me that once. They're afraid of me, and I'm like, why? Well, you're so pretty. I'm so not used to hearing that. I promise you, I'm not. My brother says it all the time, and I still think he's biased. But I really, I think I'm pretty average looking. Somebody like Sheila, she's beautiful. Like I said, she's very intelligent. Crystal, the same thing. Very intelligent ladies, very beautiful ladies. Crystal has a man. She's got a good man. So, she's happy. But with Sheila, I think men are intimidated by her beauty. So they don't approach her. It's just like some of these actresses that are really, that, everybody thinks are beautiful, like Halle Berry. Perfect example. People, okay, people are always like, how could anybody cheat on Halle? Okay, Halle is a woman just like the rest of us. You can't be too pretty or too ugly to be cheated on. I'm sorry. If somebody's going to cheat on you, they're going to do it. Doesn't matter how pretty you are. But yeah, it does seem like that, and I think a lot of it has to do with intimidation. Oh, thanks, Ray, and you're welcome, Miss Crystal. But no, it shouldn't be that way. We've got some really wonderful people out here that are truly alone because people don't know how to approach or when to approach. So Well, yeah, I've heard, right, and I've heard Hallie is a little bit crazy, but everybody's definition of crazy isn't the same. Okay, we got another call coming in, so let's see who this is. You've reached the Queen of Hearts, Miss Diva, and this is WRJR. How can I help you?
Yes, I was calling in about your show with questions you may have or we can ask.
Okay, go ahead.
What I want to know is when you have two people that get together and both have not been treated well by the past relationships, how can they go about, coming together and not stepping on each other's toes or making each other feel bad because they were done bad in the past? Can you kind of understand that?
Yes, I do. You want to tell anybody? You want to tell us who you are?
Yeah, this is Doug Miller.
Hi.
I'm out of Clovis, New Mexico. Hello.
Hi. Yeah, actually, I do understand the question, and my thought on it is this: I think people have baggage, and people tend to bring that baggage into new relationships, and they shouldn't. I think one way for this to kind of work out is talk it out once, and then make a conscious effort to let it go. Don't judge her by the women you've been with in the past, and she shouldn't be judging you by the men she's been with in the past. Everybody is their own person, so you have to let them show you who they are on their own merits.
Okay, so is there any time, or because you definitely don't want to make them feel bad when you bring it to their attention that they're treating you, or they're retreating from you, should I say, because of what someone else did to them?
Did you say treating or retreating from you?
Retreating, as in stepping back. Being able to, like walking out of a door, they would let that person walk first rather than, like a gentleman should let the woman walk out first, something like that.
Mm-hmm. I think when one or the other is retreating, it's that they're feeling something from their current that they may have experienced in the past, but they're not really sure how it's going to end up. Like, I know when certain things are said to me, that fight or flight, or is it fight or flight, or is it, yeah, that whole scenario pops up for me. Do I stay here and listen to this and work through it, or do I run? Because this same sort of scenario may have happened before, and when I stayed, it didn't work out. So you kind of have to, yeah. Am I making sense?
Yes, you are. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Just have to hear it from a woman's point of view. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Great. Thank you for your advice.
You're very welcome.
I listen to you when I can.
I appreciate that.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Have a good night.
Huh? What? Okay. I think he's gone. That was my guy. So, yeah, I think he's trying to let me know that I tend to pull back in certain situations. And I know I do. Because, like I said, it's that whole fight or flight thing. You don't know if this is going to end up the same way it ended up when you were in this position before. And so far, with this guy, I've been very blessed. So, I'm going to keep him for a minute. Calvin, I can't stand you right now. What do you mean you've never cheated on purpose? Some people do have cheating, and not just men either. Some people do have cheating ways. But my thing on that, if you feel like you got to cheat on that person, why don't you just leave? I would rather be left because I would rather him leave me because he wants to be with somebody else than to actually betray me by being with somebody else, then leave me. So I just don't understand why people cheat. And right, every individual is unique. If we were all the same, we'd be boring as hell because I like being me. I'm very different, and I like that. And right, the current individual is not that previous one. So yeah, they should. This has to be remembered. Um, and that's hard for me sometimes. I have to um, look at Doug and say, hey, okay, this is Doug. This is not so and so. Different person, different outcome. Got to handle it differently. So my thoughts on men dating a woman that makes more money. Whew. That's part of the reason I'm no longer married. um, I think, well, first off, if you know what this woman does for a living, how do you not know she's making more money than you? If you are waiting tables at McDonald's, no, I guess you don't really wait tables. If you're the cashier at McDonald's and she's a doctor, you knew when you started dating her she was making more money. I personally don't have a problem with dating a man that makes less. I married a man that made less than me. Um, it's about, I think male pride kind of gets in the way sometimes, and it shouldn't. As long as you two are working together for the greater good, then that's what should matter the most. It shouldn't be about, oh, she makes more money than me. It should be, what are we doing as a team? That's why when I say, as far as what I look for in a man, I want somebody that can be my rock when I can't be my own, and vice versa. I want somebody that will be my teammate, not my adversary. It's not a competition. It's about us doing things as a couple and making it work. Um, I don't care who's making more money. As long as we are taking care of home, that's all that should matter. I think people get too caught up in that and they lose out on great relationships, or they walk away from people that they'd have hit it out of the park with that person, but they got hung up on that one thing. And also, if you're that, I don't know, if you're feeling like that about her making more money than you, why don't you step your game up? I mean, again, not judging, I'm just saying. I just got an inbox message saying, thanks, good show, you are knowledgeable. Keep up the good work, and by the way, you look good in that red top. Thank you, sweetie. I honestly, I hate the color red, but I'm a natural redhead, and red actually clashes with my hair, but yeah, I'm kind of digging this, so thank you. And that's right. As long as home is taken care of and we love and respect each other, that's all that should matter. We put too much emphasis on the wrong things. Um, Looks, how much money they make, what kind of car they drive, all the things that won't matter 100 years from now. We put too much emphasis on that. And I feel like, okay, for instance, I have a newer car. It's not new. Doug has an older truck. I love that truck. Love, love, love it. And I love it because it's his. It's a part of him. Um, I was driving my little hoopty after my car got stolen, and he got in that like it was a limousine. And we drove around and did what we needed to do. It's something that can be replaced. It's a material thing. Love is not a material thing. When you have love and you've managed to find love, that's a gift. So you want to treat it like the gift it is. Don't get caught up in all that material stuff, what he or she can give you, or what they do for you. It's about what y'all do for each other, what you guys bring to the table jointly for and to each other. Aw, thanks for all the love, Ray. Appreciate it. That's what it should be about. So I hate when people get jaded and they look at the wrong things, and yeah, it's not a good thing. So yeah, recognize that it's a gift, treat it as such, and don't get caught up in all the silly stuff. So I'm looking to see if we have any more questions. Just tripping on the red top thing. Um, I did have a question earlier in the week. I didn't really put it out there because I talked to the person in inbox. Is it okay, so Prince is asking a question. Is it true that a woman knows she wants to be intimate with a man within 5 minutes of meeting them? Uh, for this woman, yes, indeed. I know within 2 minutes whether or not you were going to progress past my name. Within 5 minutes of conversation, I know if there's a possibility for more. Um, we size, just like you guys do us, we size you guys up. We, we throw things out there and see, if you're going to take the bait. I mean, we're really not all that different from men in that regard. We just kind of, we're just a little more subtle about it. But yeah, we generally do know within 5 minutes if you're someone that is potentially a bedmate, for lack of a better way of putting it. So yes, that is very true. And oh yeah, that's what I'm saying, Miss Barbara. I know in 2 minutes if you're going how far you're going if you're going to make it in the door, and I know in 5 if you're going to make it to that particular door. Now the question is, will you make it to my bedroom door in 5 minutes? No, you will not. But I'll know in 5 minutes if you have that potential. Once again, we're no different than men. We size y'all up. We figure it all out. We think about you. We are just, like I said, more subtle about it. That's all there is to it. But yeah, less than 5 generally. Okay, so trying to find this other question. And yeah, it was pretty involved. That's why I did it in inbox instead, as opposed to doing it on the show. It was about being in a relationship and your partner decides they no longer want to have sex until you're married. The one saw potential in the other, but went back to their religious beliefs and decided they didn't want it to be a sexual relationship anymore because the sex happened so soon. That became all they did. They didn't have time to really nurture the relationship such as it is. So what I had suggested and what it sounded like to me was that she saw, she saw the potential in him and had decided to take this relationship seriously. And in order to do that, sex had to be taken off the table so that they could truly get to know each other. I've done that. I don't know if Doug is one of these people here watching this live, but yeah, that's something that's been on the table for me as well, because I am very much the Christian woman and I want to do this the right way. Again, not making judgments on anybody else or, trying to run anybody else's house, but I understood where the young lady was coming from. Because, when sex does happen so quickly, you don't really get a chance to know each other as a person. Crystal, I don't know if you heard that whole thing, but what I'm saying takes 5 minutes is knowing whether or not we would want to have sex with that person, not necessarily saying that we would have sex with that person in 5 minutes. It took me a while to actually do it too after, but I knew right away, this could potentially happen. And from my experience, with a lot of my female friends, it's been the same thing. They've known within minutes, oh yeah, I would do him. But they didn't necessarily do them within those few minutes. So that is about my time. I am so glad you guys joined me tonight. This has been So much fun. I was so scared to do this because, I do my questions in the mornings and, right, potential. That's what we're talking about. Potential. Not necessarily doing it in 5 minutes, but do they have the potential for it? I was so nervous about doing this. I was shaking when I came on the air, which is probably why I accidentally messed up the first video. But just to recap a little bit, um, I am so glad I did this. I really am. Y'all know my format is love and romance, so if you have any questions and you want me to answer them for you anonymously, or, I'll say your name, put you out there. Hey, Janie from Kokomo said, hit my inbox, hit these videos, hit my Facebook page, hit my WRJR's Miss Diva Phoenix page. I really enjoy talking to you guys because I can talk all day long, but you guys give me so much more than you realize, because without you, there'd be no me sitting here doing any of this. And you guys have given me so much great insight. You've given me some great questions that have made me think, made me kind of, never really thought about that. So I really appreciate you guys. And Ray, I'm happy you're here too. And you're very welcome. So once again, that's been my time. I'm Ms. D, Real Jams Radio. I'm usually on the air every Friday and Saturday night doing Love Unlimited, where you'll hear the best in romance and love songs. And that show starts at 11 p.m. till 2 a.m. on the East Coast and 8 p.m. till 11 p.m. on the West Coast. And then on Sundays, I'm back with the old school cool down. So for Trevor, that's where I do my old school. I do a lot of old school love songs too, because you just can't beat those old school love songs. So, and on Sundays, I do the old school cool down, and that's from 2 to 5 p.m. on the West Coast and from 5 to 8 on the East Coast. I won't be on tomorrow, but I will be back next week. If you guys want to do this again, let me know. Throw me the hearts. Give me the hearts. And I will gladly do this again. You guys are the best. Have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Much love from Ms. Diva. Bye-bye.